The truth I find in my life is never black and white. It's always a shade of grey. And you know, when you know, I've talked about there being a non-human element, and not necessarily extraterrestrial in terms of what that conjures in people's mind, but a non-human element to this human structure of control. I should be saying, see, told ya, when, as you rightly say, we're now seeing the American Navy being much more laid back about, yeah, we're seeing all these craft and we can't explain them and all that stuff. But I'm not. I'm the opposite. Because if you look at the night sky, and you're looking at a tiny fraction even of the Milky Way galaxy when you do that, you see all those lights and all that apparent distance. The idea that we're alone on a planet which, according to mainstream science, compared with the projected size of the universe, planet Earth is the equivalent of a billionth of a pinhead. So the idea that we are alone and there's not other life out there, for me, crosses the line of insanity. But if we're going to understand what's going on and we're going to be streetwise, then we have to look at evidence, and we have to look at who benefits from us believing this or believing that. And I absolutely agree with you. There is an agenda which could quite possibly be played, which is to fake an alien invasion. Because I've just been talking there about what it's all about. It's about the centralization of power, politically, militarily. They want a world army, they want a world central bank, they want a world currency, which I've been saying for decades is designed to be just digital money, no cash at all, and look at the way that's going. Now, if you look at the outcome of an alleged alien invasion, in fact, Ronald Reagan kind of articulated it when he was in power. He said that if there was a threat from beyond, we'd all come together. And if you look at what happens when a country's at war, you get a war cabinet. There's the centralization of power. A lot of democracy things get put aside because we must fight the war. What would happen if a fake alien invasion was played and people believed it, is you would have the ultimate excuse to centralize power on a global level, military power, all power, to react to this threat. And I think that there's a very good chance that that is waiting in the shadows to be played, yes. And that's why whatever subject you're dealing with, whether it's extraterrestrials or UFOs or whatever it is, you have to keep one step back and keep streetwise. Never mind, you know, this is telling me what I'd like to be true, or telling me what I've said is true. Who benefits from this? So what is the reason that this is happening? So yes, there is non-human life out there. Of course there is. But is there a plan, an agenda to use the fake alien invasion to justify centralization of global power? There's a very good chance that's the case, yes. And there's lots of evidence to support that over the years. Well, I think that they have technology. You've just mentioned it. They have technology that is way beyond the space shuttle, and way beyond anything that we see in the public arena. And it's because they have that technology that they can, it's like I've been saying for years, you know, just because you see a flying saucer doesn't mean it's flown by an alien. You know, it's a very good chance it's flown by a human out of somewhere like Area 51 or something, because they have this technology. And this is one of the things that is very, very important for people to appreciate. Whatever the cutting edge of technology we see in the public arena, it's way behind what they have in the shadows.